Hello everyone, welcome to the 6th devlog of the development journey of my upcoming game, Black Raven. I'm gonna stick to this new trend of just uploading shorter videos in like a sparser frequency, since I want to focus more time on actually like the core development rather than making like little videos. Good news is, I don't know if I've said this in my last video, is that I've fully finished university now, and I have a whole ass like degree now. I've got a degree, video game degree. Besides that though, since the last video, I have just made like incremental little updates here and there, adding new features and whatnot, you know, usual stuff in game development. You know how it goes. I enrolled Black Raven into a few Steam and gaming events to gain more traffic and to reach like newer potential audiences. You guys have seen it. Jesus, these freaking birds, bro. I don't know. So pretty much Black Raven was in Steam Next Fest, Ukrainian Games Fest, ANZ, Australian and New Zealand Games Festival, you know, since I live in Australia. And Black Raven will also be in many more upcoming events, including PAX. That's right, Black Raven is in PAX. PAX Melbourne, October 10th, 11th, and 12th. So a 3-day gaming convention in Melbourne. Of course, I'll be at the event in person. So if you're already attending this year's PAX, then you can, feel free to greet us at the Black Raven exhibit. I can't say for certain where the exhibit will be until later because I did not set up the exhibition. My university will be setting it up pretty much. SAE University, where I graduated, is sponsoring the Black Raven exhibition, but I don't have all the information from them yet. Funnily enough, as it turns out, SAE University was organizing like a competition where if you submit a game to be judged, then you have a chance to win free entry and exhibition at PAX, which will be organized by SAE, the university. This was basically a student, staff, and alumni only event, so I said screw it and I applied anyway. And I was thinking I wasn't even gonna win it, but I did. I won it. There was a total of 2 winners, or moreover 2 games that won. I'm so glad that I somehow won, since if I tried to like enroll into PAX with the same package that I got from my university, it would have cost me like north of like 10 grand, bro. Instead, it's all free. Anyway, I'm gonna have to work really hard leading up to the event to make this demo even better than before, and a bunch of new features and whatnot, since there'll be a bunch of like nosy soy boy journalists that'll be there sniffing around to interview other people, including me, trying out video game demos and whatever. So I gotta be on top of that. And speaking of the new features, I plan to get these new things into the new demo before the event. I have like a month or less than a month to prepare pretty much. And speaking of the new features, I'm gonna add a boss fight, but just a portion, so no full boss fight or whatever. Actual NPCs with NPC dialogue and AI, because in the demo that is released now currently from when you're watching this video, there's NPCs, but they just stand there. They don't do jack shit. They just look at you and freaking breathe and have an idle animation. Like I want you to be able to talk to them and everything. So that's one thing I have to do. Even more NPCs, of course, more levels. And speaking of like levels, I added a map, but I have to incorporate the map into the game and like set the map up and make it work and everything. I don't know. And of course, I'm gonna have to flesh out the combat, because the combat right now is really bare bones. I have to make it good. I was planning on doing this a long time ago, but I've been procrastinating it for ages. An addition of an inventory system as well. And of course, bug fixes, extra polish, etc., etc. Boring shit. The goal of the PAX event for me would be to, of course, like get as many eyes on the game as I can, and talk and network with possible partners like publishers, investors, and hopefully secure a publisher or an investor in the future. And for me, gaining a publisher is imperative so that all the baggage of like PR and marketing and localization, etc., among other things, could be offloaded onto them, and with their resources and help, eventually put out a banger title, Black Raven. Something I want to talk about is the Ukrainization that I'm doing to the game. In the early stages of development, I originally wanted a game that was set in like some kind of like general made-up medieval environment, but as the development progressed, it leaned more into like the East Slavic sphere and gave everything, an Eastern Slavic type energy. One thing led to another, and eventually the game is straight up set in like a fictionalized Ukrainian state and neighboring countries in terms of like style, lore, and like general aesthetic. This is why the character design seems a little bit like disingenuous at the moment, and I'm seriously thinking of like redesigning some of the main character elements to align more with like what I'm going for, which is more Ukrainian in a way. The game is going through like a constant change. Like I don't know what it is yet. I don't know where it could be in the future. I feel guilty for even saying this, but I'm low-key just like making it as I go, honestly. But you can't blame me though, since other game developers worked as they went on the fly, like Hideo Kojima or Toby Fox or even Ken Levine. Either way, I'm glad like this game is slowly like snowballing more and more in like relevance, fan base, and development as well. Like looking back, I feel good about the state of development that there is right now, and I hope it continues very strongly. In the meantime, be sure to wishlist the game, wishlist Black Raven on Steam, and save the Black Raven Kickstarter to be notified of the release. It's super duper important that you wishlist the game and press notify on the Kickstarter, since it'll boost Black Raven's algorithm to get it seen by like more people and snowball and get even more traffic for the game. And by the way, thank you to everyone's support for Black Raven as well. Thank you guys. It means a lot, guys. And subscribe to stay notified. Okay, that is it for today. Goodbye.